Esports got the lead.
Yeah, I mean, you'd assume so, but anything can happen. We've seen stranger things, and first and foremost, I'm just keen to see what these teams choose in terms of their brawler comps here. I think that's going to make a big difference. Oh my goodness me, we're going with a triple tank here by OPNOOB and a bit more range from PSG. My money's on the range here. What are your thoughts, Woody?
Yeah, hot and heavy from these OPNOOB guys. Look, it's worked out for them pretty well in the first, salvo here. They've got a couple of bolts, and it looks like they're going to get the first siege bot as well. But as this match wears on, and as those shots from the cannon are coming out from Rely, that's going to be really difficult for our blue team to be able to push back into. I'm expecting OPNOOB to, have a bit more trouble going on.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid defense for me. PSG conceding rather than no damage whatsoever, but the mid control definitely being held very successfully by OPNOOB here as PSG tried to take that back. Pretty even on bolts, not gonna lie, and this is where the range comes into play. Look at that left-hand side. The ball goes down so weak. It's very back and forth actually, but PSG now dominating that mid control.
Yeah, I don't see any living OPNOOB players on the map at this time. It's complete domination by PSG Esports, grabbing all of the bolts that were spawning in that midway, and they're going to be rewarded with a level 6 siege bot. There's a long way to go to reach the Ike in this map. You got to really walk far around that central wall area, and so it doesn't really help to get just a kind of weak level 2 siege bot. You really want to see those big heavy hitters coming in the late game. That's where PSG is really going to shine.
Yeah, gotta give a huge shout to there to Rely. Great awareness using his gadget to pop the walls to make the bot retarget onto that Ike faster, and also to stay out the range of that Frank Super, to stay alive. Led to a lot of damage being dealt by PSG, who at this rate could get the final push as well. Goodness. The bolts are about to be leveled.
Huda Ace unstoppable with those pulls, grabs Bull and drags him straight into range of his own Ike. That's going to give them another bolt. Add it all up with every single other one they've got, and that's going to be a level 10 siege bot. There is no way for OPNOOB to come back at this point.
Yeah, there is going to be no stopping that level 10 bot, but it seems OPNOOB are going to try, and if they did, they'd have to get a considerable amount of damage at the other end of the field. That's going to be game one then, going relatively comfortably into the hands of PSG.
There's just something about that level.
OPNOOB, as we know, are on a bit of the back foot. They need to start doing something, or this one's all over.
All right, well, they are certainly going to mix up that brawler composition. It's no longer big and heavy guys out front. It's going to be the long-range brawlers now coming in. Piper, especially in the midfield here. Lots of range and opportunities for her to get those shots off. Taking Huda Ace almost all the way down. Doesn't get the finishing blow, but it is definitely a bit more of a neck-and-neck race for these two teams.
Yeah, gotta hand it to OPNOOB. They did make the changes that were needed. They acknowledged that going in with triple tank wasn't really doing them any favors, especially as PSG were running that comp. It's going to be a first push to PSG, a level 1, but again, it's really just about maintaining that mid-control, and I do feel like Piper could be a bit of a tricky one on defense here. Great pull.
Yeah, the long pull from Ben Kim is going to keep that Ike relatively healthy at 92% now. It's basically just a little bit of an opening salvo from both of these teams. No one really claiming a decisive lead yet. Rely getting pinned over there on the right side of map. He's going to get some help from that cannon, but wow! 2 awesome shots are going to finish him off, and that's going to leave an advantage now for OPNOOB. Can they get the bolts in, though?
Yeah, that's it. This game mode is all about collecting those bolts, and great Piper snipe's got to be said, but it's shut down very quickly by a penny turret. Level 4 siege bot now then coming in for PSG, and this one's looking gonna be tough to defend, I feel.
Look, this might be the last siege bot for PSG, though. OPNOOB has got 6 bolts they're holding on to, a 5-bolt lead, and even if they don't have control of the midfield, they're going to get a chance to reclaim it pretty soon here. They're behind by 5 bolts, but can they get the catch up? Ben Kim missing a pull there, and Scythe is going to be able to retreat now. Not too healthy, but he will be able to contest this left side for just a little bit longer.
It was a great juke, actually, by Scythe, and really well predicted there, but PSG now still just struggling to get mid-control. Rely, I think, going to go for some damage down that right-hand side, or a distraction at the least, but it's going to be a level 10 at least now for OPNOOB, and PSG got some defending to do. Hopefully Cypher's got some M's pushback gadgets saved up here.
Yeah, they're really going to need it. Only 15 seconds left, but that is a mighty bot coming on in level 11 and moving straight toward the Ike, getting those punches off. And that's just about going to be it, Arc. It's going to stay above 41% of PSG with the win. Not going to happen. OPNOOB get victory in game number 2.
It was almost actually a really clear as mud, Woody. But in a nutshell, pretty much. One thing I've got to say that I'm surprised about, however, here is that Sandy, we are going to see Sandy, fantastic. Yeah, Sandy's a really, really strong brawler here. That's super being able to go into great effect by placing in the mid area. It forces back your opponents because they just simply don't know. And when you're not sure, it's better to be safe than sorry. So interesting to see PSG going with the Sandy pick. For me, that is a really, really strong change.
Well, we are going to see 2 relatively long-range brawler compositions here, so I guess my theory won't get a chance to get tested. I guess PSG is a bit more of a mid-range setup, so maybe if long-range can take the win, that would be vindication of my theory. PSG up on the top, unable to keep pace moving into the second siege bot. The first time we've seen a tie, though, on that first round, though, and that could potentially deliver a really devastating blow with this siege bot number 2. I don't know. Do you call it number 2 or number 1 if you didn't get a number 1?
Yeah, second round for sure. I mean, for me, I feel like OPNOOB needs to finish it here and now. I mean, if you look at the score, if they are to get this push in the next 7 seconds, then PSG are going to have a mighty push to follow that. It could even be another draw here. It is not going to be a draw, and it is going to be actually a defense then for OPNOOB. And now the pressure's on PSG to finish it right here and now.
All right, well, we'll see if they can deliver that coup de grace. Coup de ace is moving in hot and heavy. All 3 brawlers stacking up right behind that big, heavy blaster, and they get it down to 28-18. Single-digit percentile hit points remaining on OPNOOB Ike, and that's potentially close enough for PSG to sneak around and finish it off even without a siege bot.
Yeah, if Coup de Ace has been holding back on his gadgets, and look at that, there's great awareness by Ben Kim there to get Coup de Ace down, knowing full well that Jackie can do damage by rushing in. A very tanky brawler here. Reli's going to try and get some shots here. PSG desperately trying to get this last few hit points down, and actually got to hand it to OPNOOB for being very aware to this and holding their own here, Woody.
Very well done. A few more shots in at the enemy Ike, and that's going to be it. PSG get the deliverance, finishing off OPNOOB in that game. Couldn't quite get the Ike.